Ever wonder if your relationship is sailing smoothly or is it hitting rough waters? Just like the ebb and flow of tides, every relationship has its highs and lows. These ups and downs are not only inevitable, but also a normal part of the journey we call love. Yet if not navigated carefully, these rough waters can cause irreparable damage to your partnership. It's easy to get caught up in the daily hustle and bustle of life, occasionally overlooking the subtle signs that your relationship might be veering off course. However, recognizing these signs early on is crucial. It's akin to spotting a small leak in your ship. Address it promptly, and you prevent a possible shipwreck. Ignore it, and you might find yourself lost at sea. How, you may ask? Well, the answer lies in the 10 indicators we are about to discuss. These are the telltale signs that your relationship might be going through a rough patch. From spending less time together, lack of communication, to constant criticism and defensive behavior. These signs serve as a wake-up call for you to take action. Remember, the strength of your relationship doesn't lie in never having a storm, but in how you weather it together. And one of the first steps to weathering it is recognizing the signs. As they say, a stitch in time saves 9. So let's delve into these indicators. First and foremost, are you spending less time together? This question is significant because time spent together is a vital ingredient in any relationship. It shows commitment, love, and a desire to share experiences. So, if you notice a recent decrease in the amount of time you're spending together, it's a strong indicator that something might be off. Having separate hobbies, friends, and interests is healthy, but if you find that these activities are consistently taking precedence over spending time with your partner, it's time to take notice. Are movie nights becoming less frequent? Are dinners together becoming rare? These changes can subtly creep in, often unnoticed, until the distance between you both grows too large to ignore. It's important to realize that it's not just about the quantity of time spent, but the quality as well. Are your shared moments filled with joy, laughter, and connection, or are they merely routine and lacking depth? Remember, quality time is the lifeblood of a relationship. Next up, has your conversation dwindled? Let's talk about the art of dialogue. It's the cornerstone of any relationship, the bridge that connects two hearts. When that bridge starts to crumble, the connection weakens and trouble lurks around the corner. Think about it. When was the last time you had a deep conversation, a heart-to-heart with your partner? If you're struggling to recall, it might be a warning sign. It's not about the quantity, but the quality of your conversations that counts. Your words should be a playground where thoughts, ideas, and emotions frolic freely, not a battlefield where silence reigns supreme. Remember, communication is not just about speaking, it's about listening too. It's about understanding and empathizing, not just hearing. It's about being there, completely, for your partner. When communication dwindles, so does the relationship. So, keep the conversation alive. Keep the connection strong. Silence is not always golden, especially in a relationship. Are criticisms flying and defenses rising? Let's delve into these two possible indicators of relationship turbulence. Every relationship has its disagreements, but when your exchanges are more about criticizing than communicating, it's a clear sign of something amiss. Criticism goes beyond just voicing a complaint. It's a personal attack, an attempt to undermine and belittle your partner. It's not about what they did or didn't do, it's about who they are. A simple disagreement can morph into an ugly blame game, causing more hurt than any original issue might have. Defensive behavior, on the other hand, is often a response to criticism. It's a way of protecting oneself from perceived attacks. But this defensive wall can become a barrier to open and honest communication. It fosters a tit-for-tat dynamic where every critique is met with a counter-critique, every blame with a counter-blame. This cycle of criticism and defense can quickly escalate, leaving both parties feeling attacked and misunderstood. These behaviors are more than just bad habits. They are signs of deeper, unresolved issues. They can erode the foundation of your relationship. turning what should be a safe haven into a battlefield. But remember, recognizing these signs is the first step to addressing the problem. It's about understanding, not accusing. It's about rebuilding, not tearing down. When love turns into a battlefield, it's time to reassess. Do you find yourself shying away from future plans? This can be a telling sign of an undercurrent of instability in your relationship. Planning for the future is an integral part of any strong partnership. It signals a commitment to each other and a willingness to navigate life together, come what may. However, when we start avoiding conversations about the future, when the thought of making plans together makes us uncomfortable, it could indicate that something is not right. It could be due to a fear of commitment, a lack of trust, or perhaps dissatisfaction with the current state of the relationship. These feelings could stem from a myriad of issues. Maybe there's unresolved conflict, or perhaps the spark that once ignited your bond has dimmed. It's critical to identify and address these issues. Remember, a shared future is more than just a timeline. It's a testament to the strength of your bond. A shared future is the cornerstone of a strong relationship. Are other things taking precedence over your relationship? It's a question worth pondering. Sometimes life can get busy, and it's easy to let other aspects of our lives take center stage. Work, hobbies, friends, or even a new Netflix series can start to take up more and more of our time and mental space. This can be perfectly normal, but when it becomes a consistent pattern where your relationship is constantly pushed to the back seat, it might be a sign of deeper issues. Feeling like your relationship is more of a burden than a joy is another red flag. Relationships should be a source of happiness, support, and companionship. They should make us feel better, not worse. If your partnership starts to feel like another item on your to-do list, something that you have to maintain rather than get to enjoy, it's a clear sign that something is not right. These signs can be subtle and easy to overlook, especially when we're caught up in the hustle and bustle of everyday life. But it's important to keep an eye out for these patterns, to recognize them and address them before they cause irreparable damage to your relationship. In the end, it's about balance. It's about making sure your relationship is not an afterthought, but a priority. It's about ensuring that your partnership brings you joy, not stress. A relationship should be a priority, not an obligation. Do you find more happiness in solitude? This question may seem strange, but it's a significant indicator of potential issues in a relationship. When the thought of being alone brings more joy than being with your partner, it's a sign that something is off. We all need our personal space. Time alone is crucial to recharge and reconnect with ourselves. But when that solitude starts to feel more comfortable, more rewarding than the company of your significant other, then it's time to pause and reflect. Why is solitude now preferable? Is it the calm, the quiet, the lack of conflict? Or perhaps it's the freedom to be completely yourself without being judged or criticized. Whatever the reason, it's crucial to understand that this shift is a clear sign of underlying issues in your relationship. Solitude is peaceful, but it shouldn't replace the joy of companionship. Remember, a healthy relationship should enhance your life, not make you yearn for solitude. So, have you noticed any of these signs in your relationship? We've journeyed through a landscape of 10 indicators that could signal trouble in paradise. It's all about recognizing the signs, so let's take a quick recap. We started off with a decrease in shared time, where you both may not be spending as much time together as you used to. This was followed by a lack of communication, where dialogues have dwindled and silence has taken over. Then, we talked about criticism and defensive behavior, where one partner constantly points out what's not right and the other is always on the defensive. Moving on, we covered the absence of future plans. Have you stopped daydreaming together about your shared future? That could be a red flag. Subsequently, we discussed the danger of prioritizing other things over your relationship and the feeling of being burdened by the relationship instead of cherishing it. Lastly, we touched upon the sign of finding more happiness in solitude than in each other's company. Remember, these indicators are not definitive proof of a failing relationship, but potential signs that something might be amiss. If you've noticed any of these signs, it's crucial to address them, communicate, and seek professional help if needed. Relationships are beautiful, but complex, and it's okay to ask for help when navigating through the rough patches. Remember, recognizing the problem is the first step to resolution.